Hi, welcome to Mama D's Kitchen. Tonight, we're going to take jars and we're going to get a little saucy. I hope you'll join us as we make some amazing ketchup. We'll see you in a few. Hi, welcome to Mama D's Kitchen. Tonight we're going to make homemade ketchup. I think a lot of people don't even think about where ketchup comes from, how it's made, the ingredients that are put in there. What we're going to do is we're going to make a healthy ketchup. No artificial ingredients, just straight, good, wholesome ingredients. So we are using our Thrive tomato powder. However, you can use tomato paste and 3 cups of water, just the same. We're using Thrive's diced onions. Again, you can dice your onions from the store and do them that way. We're using apple cider vinegar, raw honey, which is the best kind of honey for you, garlic powder, of course the diced onions, mustard, salt and pepper, and a mix of cloves, coriander seed, and allspice. So we're going to use my induction cooktop tonight, which you know I absolutely love. So we're just going to turn that on. Turn it up a little bit. Hopefully the noise won't be so loud that you can't hear. So what we're going to do is we're going to just start dumping the ingredients in. Now I'm making a double batch of this so that we have a big jar of ketchup in the refrigerator. And you can use whatever favorite jar you have. One of my favorite stores to go and just kind of spend Debbie time is Marshall's. And I find all kinds of neat things at Marshall's, don't I, Dave?
Unfortunately. And in RV life, that's sometimes a problem.
We're just throwing these in there and mixing them all together. And then we're going to let it come to a boil. You can see that it's already trying to boil. Oh. Hope we don't get a runaway here. I'm going to have to turn that down just a little bit. And I'm just going to add my spices. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to mix this with my whisk. Get all those flavors together and get it to start. Ooh, you can smell those cloves and allspice. Sure smells good. Now ketchup you could do a chipotle ketchup, you could do a sweet ketchup. This is just a basic ketchup mix, and I'll put the recipe on our website when I'm done if you want to go check it out, fortsolitude.com. And while this is simmering, remember to do it all. Like, subscribe, and comment. Share with others. The whole purpose that I do these videos is hopefully to help people learn that by living in an RV, you don't have to eat hamburgers and hot dogs all the time. You can fix gourmet meals in a small kitchen arrangement like this. So look at that mixed all together. You know, I bet that would even be good if you wanted like a little jalapeno ketchup.
So what other things can you do with this base?
With ketchup? Oh my. You can use this base to make barbecue sauce, sloppy joes, meatloaf. Those are the big things that I think of, but I'm sure there's many things you can do. Any recipe that calls for ketchup, you can put it right on your burger, your hot dog, French fries. So we're just going to let that simmer. Now this will need to cook. When it starts coming to a boil, then I'll turn it down to a simmer. And this will need to cook for 30 minutes. And as it cooks, the water will come out of it more and it'll get thicker and thicker. And then when we're all done, we'll cool it a little bit. And then I bought these fancy little jars that I just found at, again, Marshall's, that I just love. And we're gonna drop them in those. And if it only takes 1 jar, that's great. If it takes 2, that's even better. So we'll be stirring on this for a few minutes, and then in 30 minutes, we'll come back and check it out and put it all together. Welcome back. As you can see, our tomato ketchup, it's been cooking for about 30 minutes. It's really thick and wonderful. And let me just do a little sample taste of it to make sure. That is some good ketchup. All right. I'm going to go ahead and use my, before I start that, I just want to show you my cutting board here. And unfortunately, I can't show you the whole thing because my cooktop's on it. But my wonderful husband made this for me probably 10 years ago. And I love it. A friend of his gave him all kinds of different wood. And he put it together and sanded it and oiled it. And I love this cutting board and I use it all the time. So, back to our ketchup now. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. We're going to take and we're going to just fill our jars with our wonderful ketchup. Boy, that's got just a little bit of kick to it, but it tastes wonderful. And I think I'm going to be over. Yep. When you have a funnel that's a little bit bigger than your jar, you have a hard time watching it as you fill it up. So there's 1 jar. And Dave, we may even have enough to do a little bit more than 2 jars in here. Someone asked me once, can you freeze ketchup? I did some research on it, and yes, you can. It's kind of like a tomato basil soup in the freezer. In an RV freezer, not a residential freezer, it may not freeze solid, because you know some products don't freeze. Like you can't put ice cream and get a really frozen hard ice cream in a freezer. But there you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use my thing here. That right there. You know what? We could have just about had 3 jars worth of ketchup. All right. Dave, you want to taste it?
Sure.
I don't have any French fries for you.
Oh, man. Trying to get this in the camera. You know how complicated this is? Whoa.
Let me hold the camera.
Okay, that's all right. She's trying to get me on the camera.
What do you think?
That tastes like ketchup.
Very yummy. Again, no artificial ingredients, no long names that you can't pronounce. All natural, wholesome ingredients. It'll store in your refrigerator for 3 to 4 to 5 weeks. I don't know that that will last that long. And again, you can make all kinds of stuff with the ketchup. Hamburgers, French fries, sloppy joes, meatloaf. Maybe I'll make meatloaf for dinner tomorrow night, Dave.
I'm all for it. It's a lot better than my meatloaf.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm going to put the recipe on our website, fortsolitude.com. Until we see you next time, keep looking up.